how did the Trump-Musk relationship evolve from partnership to public rivalry? And what does this reveal about the volatility of political alliances in today's America?
Well, Hala, thanks for having me. First of all, I mean, anytime you have two major immovable forces, you're going to have a collision. And
Mm,
then the two immovable forces here are the two large egos of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, the most powerful man in the world. Donald Trump is president, and the richest man in the world, Elon Musk. What we've seen here is a stretch of egos that has kind of bled over into political ideology. Donald Trump's big beautiful bill took a hit at Elon Musk's basically money base. The electric vehicle mandate, would cost Elon Musk possibly. It hasn't been determined yet how much, but
mm,
there's an idea that this was going to hit Elon Musk in the pocketbook and hit Tesla investors in the wallets as well.
mm.
So this is what's happening: is we're seeing a dynamic. Elon Musk is not wrong. The debt is going from 2 trillion under Biden up to 2.5 trillion under Donald Trump, and he's supposed to be the conservative leader. This does not make sense to traditional Republican fiscal values.
Mhm, mhm. Mr. Peter, now Trump recently called Musk's new party ridiculous. I quote, what do these remarks indicate about the depth of their rift, and how might this rhetoric influence public opinion?
It's really good to be with you to talk about this.
Always a pleasure.
First, let me say here that right now, the threat of Elon Musk's America Party to the governing Trump coalition is about the same as those birds that sit on the back of a rhinoceros and peck at it. The
Mhm,
birds think they're making progress. The rhinoceros doesn't feel it. The MAGA movement is whatever Trump says it is. It's not a cohesive political coalition like the Rockefeller Republicans of the 1960s and 70s, or the Reagan Republicans that emerged in the 70s and remain with us today.
mhm,
It is whatever Trump says it is.
mhm,
And there is no identified successor, nor is there a prominent exponent of the MAGA philosophy in political or philosophical terms.
mhm,
There are great fissures between the people that believe, for example, in economic growth and the people in the MAGA movement who call for higher taxes on the wealthiest Americans because they're liberals and don't factor in the impact that that will have on economic growth.
mhm,
There are fissures that divide the people who believe that immigrants add greatly to the economic and social growth of America, and those who want to keep all of them out of the country, legal and illegal.
mhm.
So there isn't the idea that there's a cohesive MAGA coalition is overstated. It's about Trump. It's the Trump coalition.
Mhm.
Whether
Is
it
can
continues
we call
after
it
Trump,
the era of breaking all the norms? A new
I'm
era?
sorry.
Is it the era of breaking all the norms? A new era where all the
We
previous
are
norms are
we are
broken?
we are smashing norms left and right.
Uh-huh.
That is a product not just of the end of the Cold War, which is still playing out.
Mhm,
Remember that the global system was frozen for almost 50 years because of the threat of a US-Soviet nuclear exchange.
mhm.
That's still unraveling.
Yes.
The latest example of that is the sheikhs in Hebron coming together and saying, we might like to be our own emirate here on the West Bank and become an independent country that recognizes Israel. Who saw that coming?
Mhm,
I certainly did.
mhm.
But the internet, cell phones, the technology revolution, and now AI are changing the world in ways that
Reality
we
is on the
cannot
ground.
imagine.
Mhm, mhm. Mr. Justin, now how significant is Musk's influence in the current political landscape, especially given his control of X and his reputation as a disruptor?
It it's yet to be determined, Hala, and here's why: is does he have the influence or the platforms for influence? Of course, he owns X, the former Twitter. He is a technological disruptor. Um, the the other side of that is, and let's also be clear, he's got the money, but we saw him put the money into a state Supreme Court judicial race in Wisconsin last year, and he lost big. And that's a big, big telltale sign. If I'm advising Elon Musk, I would say, hey, look, are you sure you really want to do this? Look, America is not necessarily ready for a third party. That's something that Elon Musk has to realize. We've been down this road before. We've been down this road with Ross Perot. We've been down this road uh, in 2000 with several, and we've seen third party candidates never really amount to anything. I think the biggest impact one I would argue is Ross Perot. That being the case, uh, the would if Elon Musk really wanted to be effective, the way to do it isn't by creating a party. It's by working with the largest number of registered voters. There's 180 million voters in this country, and a vast majority of them are registered independent or no party affiliation.
Okay.
If I'm Elon Musk, I'm going to organizations like No Labels. I'm trying to identify those center right or center left, but those moderate voters that are not party affiliated, get them to the ballot box, and that's how you make the biggest impression. Creating a third party, I think, to me, is just one large political kabuki dance that I'm not sure he's got enough money in the world to make it successful.